below. We're talking about Jupiterian energy, my day of power. I'm not even gonna fake. I've been going all day long, and I appreciate each and every one of you guys for chiming in. As you're being notified that Chief Apostle Ely is live. If this is your first time in my live, I am the apostle and pastor of Apostolic Faith of Jesus Christ Incorporated, and my beliefs are deeply rooted in African tradition. I want to say first of all, salutations to my madrina and to my padrino and to my ova, to my brothers and sisters in Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi, Congo, and Palo, to the mystics and the adjays, to the shamans, and to those that operate as masons. And whether you are a magician or whether you consider yourself as a witch, you're still alive. If you are in the church world and you know how to work that Bible, this is also alive for you. What's up there, my Shamari, my Cancer from Chi-Town? What's up, Stormy? All right, that salutation from Detroit. All right, yeah, I'm on early today because I have to go to get a rogation done. This is my October the 5th is my 3 months of being crowned, and so I have to go. Y'all pardon me, the people that cut my yard is out there. What's up there, Karen Cartwright in the house? Alafia. And then we got Karen O'Brien, my Gemini, and Madam Bry, I think that is. Thank you so much from South Carolina. I have to go to Tampa today and get my rogation, and this is my 3rd month being crowned Mafadifun Oya, and so therefore there's a process of what we got to go through. So I got to go to Tampa to get that done. But I'm going to talk conjure today. I am dressed in the attire of Oya, but I'm going to be talking about after receiving her sister and how this has affected my conjure work. And I want to explain to you guys some things that are universal. Now, let me explain why I am initiated and I do practice a lot of different ATRs. On my platform, I do not teach my personal practice. Now, let me explain why. Based off a person's gift, their measure, and their experience, or even sometimes economics, because if you cannot afford to do certain things, it's just like a lot of us have known that we miss out on certain things in life because economically we can't do it, or because of certain genres of or prejudice, or sometimes certain geographical locations prohibit us from experiencing certain things. So on this platform, we get a chance to touch off on a lot of different things. Salutations, Jeremy. Thank you for being with us. And so I hope that people that are in the church that demonize the ATRs are getting a lot of information where they can actually be more effective in their own spirituality, but not demonize ATRs when the ATRs are the foundation of Christianity. Okay, and I'm going to be talking about I've been feeding my my Oya, and I've been feeding Ayao. But what I want to talk about today universally, and to all of you guys, let me tell you again, thank you so much for the likes. Thank you so much for the shares. You guys have been supporting me in this whole process, and those that have not gotten the opportunity, let me explain this something, y'all. That doing stuff the right way, doing things in favor, understanding what you want out of life. What's up there, Curtis, my Gemini? Well, how you doing? I'm having a great day on this day of power of mine, especially when they told me I didn't have to come in to work today. Because I didn't really think I was going to be able to go to Tampa today because I had to work. I was off yesterday, but he actually called me. That's when things are meant to be. And asked me, could I take the day off? So, I want to say this. If you're going to get into spirituality, I say this oftentimes, it needs to be a personal journey. Also, you need to respect and honor your egoons or your ancestors and follow the path that they have prescribed for you. No matter what your infatuation with any of the ATRs, I would not have gotten initiated in the other ATRs that I am initiated if my ancestors did not approve. Because you have to have a spirit that will work with you in those ATRs. Okay. I also want to say that when you are listening at people, you have to consider the source. Not only what they bring to the table, but anybody that is truly practicing real magic is not ever going to display all of their abilities or their skill sets or the things that they have on social media. That certain man, whether you in any of the ATI, that's just not wisdom. You know, countries don't walk around showing all their artillery. They don't show all their technology. It is for a reason. You never know who's watching. You never who's a friend today can be an enemy tomorrow. Okay. I also realize that there are also people out here doing warfare because they're striking now. It is what it is. But hold on. Matter of fact, while I'm on here, and this is why you never give up any your science. I'm gonna burn some reversal. That's definitely on my day of power. It's gonna hit a lot harder. And let me tell y'all something. The reason why I'm telling you that people are attacking me is not about woe is me. I want my babes to understand that I don't care how much good you think you're doing out here in these spiritual streets. You still got to know how to protect yourself. And I'm going to talk about something today, why it is important. Reverse whatever it is pertaining to my social media. When people are jealous of prosperity, the Bible says like that blessing come with persecution. Persecution means afflict. There are people out here that want to afflict you because of your blessing. It's just that simple. I don't try to complicate things. I don't try to make things way over people's head, because in order for you to grow, no matter where you are, or maybe sometimes I'm answering why you're going through certain things. You think no. People are going to afflict your progress if they can, especially if themselves are not operating in that. If you are out here and that you are shining brighter than them, and remember y'all, at the end of the day, this is a business, and people take my prosperity or anybody else's prosperity as taking food out of their mouth. My cake. What up, my eldest son? Somebody putting something crazy in there. They better glad I don't have time today. So these are the things that we do to protect ourselves. And I don't want nobody to think because you were born with a gift, or you were born with a talent, or you experience this, people are going to try you. And sometimes from a professional place, they're going to try you because you might be taking out eggs and sausage and, them able to pay their light bill out of their mouth. So people throw at us for various reasons. People throw at us because we're throwing at them. Monique's I time him out. Skill set. So let's talk about some real stuff. If you are going to get into the ATRs and you're not going to be public, I don't encourage you to enunciate your particular practice until you are actually at a level where you're able to sufficiently, or you have sufficient materials to protect yourself. Now, what I do blame the church is because that a lot of people that came up in Christianity, they feel that if they denote something as evil, that it automatically gives them a win when it comes to spiritual warfare. If they demonize a particular practice or the way that you usher in your spirits or your egos or your manifestation, that for whatever reason, because they are Christian and they serve Jesus, that they are all that guarantees them a win. And so they feel that they can say or respond to you however they so choose. I was thinking about doing this on TikTok, but what I got to say probably not gonna make it. Okay. So when you are out here and you're trying to strive, and you want to know why it is important to strengthen your hands when you are out here in these spiritual streets, I'm going to talk about that. Now, I was sorry, y'all. I was calling in my Loa. People not gonna allow you to walk in your destiny without being unchallenged. I want all my babes to get this. You start your salon, you start your going to school. People are not going to allow, and it's just the way of the world. People are not going to sit there and allow you to be happy without attacking your marriage, or before you get married, or while you already married, you can have kids. That's just not the way that people think. A lot of these people, especially Christians, they feel like if you got your manifestation any other way, then the way that they got there, it's a problem. And if you in any other church other than the church they grew up in, you pray a different way, that gives them in their mind the divine right to speak, to prophesy, to cast down or bind, whatever else that we do in the church world. So I don't put the blame on a lot of y'all. It's a lot of poor teaching out there. Now I'm going to talk about Ayao. How she has strengthened me. I'm going to be coming from Ephesians, the 3rd chapter, verse 16. It said that he would grant you, according to the riches of his glory, to be strengthened by his might, by his spirit in the inner man, that Christ may be dwell in your hearts by faith, that ye be rooted and grounded in love, may be able to comprehend or understand with all saints, and with the breadth and length and the depth and the height. Now, let me explain something to you. If you're going to get in spirituality, what you need to do is go through the proper channels of growth. Okay, we on my day. Jupiter is about expansion, right? Jupiter is also about wisdom. It is not wise to jump past certain cycles in your life, because these cycles help strengthen you, prepare you, also give you the ability to understand the process, so you don't jump ship before you come out of the process. And what happens is a lot of times that people are in a rush. I'm going to say this, and I'm not being funny when I say this. Most black people, mostly women, but also men, always think somebody is trying to keep something away from them. When you put the brakes on certain God children, certain spiritual children, or just people in general, they think, sometimes it is that, I ain't gonna cap, but a lot of times it's just that you're not ready for certain things. And it's just like having sex before you are mature enough to deal with that awakened energy in you. It could really complicate your life. Opening the eyes of certain people to certain things when they have not gotten there, sometimes it is not good for them, because they don't have enough maturity and discipline to stay out of that lane. The more you tell them to stay out that room. I remember being a kid, and I went to my uncle's girlfriend's house, and she had this room that she said don't want nobody in there because everything in there was white. The carpet, everything. It was an immaculate room, but I'm the type of, don't tell me won't go in there. I didn't mess up nothing, but I did go in the room. It is almost a curiosity. The more you tell people not now, or this is not for you, or wait on a certain time, you feel that there's something been withheld from you. And so therefore now you are even more intrigued to go beyond what it is appropriate time for you. Now let me explain about doing conjure, doing certain type of magic before time. As you enhance and you get strengthened, basically what happens, your light gets brighter. What happens at that point? You become more seen by more spirits. Some of y'all gonna say, you're gonna think that's a good thing. When the brighter your light gets, the more spirits can see you from other realms. They can see your light before you come. And if you're not ready for the spirit that now can recognize, and it's even more dangerous if you cannot see them, but they can see you. That's like you, I remember they had an episode where the guy was running from the police officer in the dark, but he had them light up shoes. You running from the police officer, but your shoes allowing them to see where you're going. Some of y'all don't understand why it is important to stay in the dark until you're ready to be seen. Because now there's other spirits. Because of your illumination, enemies that will come to you in pack. Exactly, Shamar. I realize, let me say it again. I'm a Sagittarius. My moon is in Aries. My rising sign Pisces. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm giving you some wisdom that you should understand that the stuff that I am teaching, I am already functioning in. I am already have God. I'm not out here trying to get protection. I already got protection. I'm not out here trying to get power. I already got power. I'm not out here trying to get wisdom. I already got wisdom. I'm not out here trying to get skill. I already got skill. I'm not out here trying to be validated. I have already been validated. I'm not out here trying to get confirmed and acknowledged. I've already been confirmed. And I want you to understand, before you step out here among all these other entities, once your candle has been lit, whether it goes out today or tomorrow, or it don't ever go out, they sell your energy signature. And that's why a lot of y'all candles are your spiritual candles, what your spirit is the candle of the Lord. This is how a lot of people light get put out in hoodoo, voodoo, Santeria, Kumin, because you're so rearing not to go through the process and want to be seen, that once that light comes on, you don't know what spirit saw your light. It can be for a good purpose or a bad purpose. And just like good spirits can see your light, also bad spirit. Just like truthful speaking spirits can see your light, also lying spirit. A light is a light, sir, ma'am. However it got illuminated, whether it's through Kundalini, whether it's through Kabbalah, whether it was through voodoo, whether it was through Santeria, once your light comes on, whether it was through crystal magic, once your light has been illuminated, now you are visible in certain dimensions, in certain realms that they can see you. And those spirits become, either they're going to create a purpose for you, or they're going to come to sift you as wheat, or they're coming to extract energy from you. Have some wisdom. So, just want to get that out there. Because a lot of you all, I would never tell nobody y'all go out there and do whatever you want to. But some of these people got you out there lighting and doing certain conjures, and you don't have proper protection. Some of y'all out there dealing in certain traditions that you are not initiated into those traditions, so therefore you don't have protection. And if you're going to work with spirits that are working with you, you still should be able to protect yourself. Now, I'm also, as a responsible spiritualist out here in these spiritual streets, do not do what I do. Because by me enunciating a lot of my moves, by me enunciating the things that I'm going to do, they don't have to figure out what I'm doing because I said it. But there's a reason why I said it, because I'm baiting them. When I put certain things out there that I want them to know, that's a bait. I want them to take the bait. You understand? Don't be doing the stuff that I do, because you need to be protected in a way that if you get Jaws on your line, if you get Moby Dick on your line, you can do something with it. Because some of y'all out here saying and trying to emulate certain people and their behavior, and if you mess around and somebody takes that bait and you're not prepared for the pull or the fight or whatever is coming behind that, that's not good, baby. And I'm not telling you not to admire. Listen, the way that my mother talked, my grandmother talked, my spiritual dad, my peeps talk, I loved it. I ain't like it. I loved it. But you don't want to be out here drawing attention and lighting your candle, and now these spirits recognize you. This is why I tell you guys, I thank God for you supporting me and getting certain tools, but know that those tools are strengthening your check, which is going to cause your light to shine brighter. Okay? Now, how Ayao has strengthened in my magic, my energy, my frequency. One of the things that I have noticed since receiving her, the sister of Oya, I have noticed that since I went through this war and started this process with this war, that my energy level maintains at a high frequency a lot longer. There were times that I did a lot of graveyard ceremony that it tired me out to the point I had the drops. The drops are called when you just fall asleep. Since receiving her, I have been able to do my work on a certain primordial level and then still have energy after doing that work. That was not happening before. I would do the work, and then after being drained, I would have to eat and do certain things to get my energy back up. Okay, that's why I have a lot of herbs around me, teas and stuff like that, because I understand how my energy fluctuates. But what I have noted, that after receiving her, that my energy. Now, another thing that I have noticed, that the amount of information that is coming in to me, I'm remembering it more. Because a lot of times when the Spirit's speaking to me or I'm being ministered to, I'll hear it, but then later on I'll forget it if I don't write it down. I am noticing the information is maintaining, is lingering longer. I am noticing my readings are getting more effective. Even my preaching, my precision. Like, let me tell y'all something. For a Sagittarius, I am very calculated. I got that being raised by Virgo. But I have noticed that not only have my calculations become more precise, but then in me calculating, other information is coming to me how to make that particular spell or conjure stronger. There's like, I'm not just doing the work like I used to do with what I knew. In the midst of me doing the work, other things are coming to me how to strengthen whatever I'm doing, how to move whatever I'm doing. So in the process, at the process, now I'm not going to tell you everything that she's doing for me, but I want you to understand, when you are getting certain tools, you need to notice how it is strengthening you. If you are getting Ogun, if you are getting Ezeli Dontor, if you are receiving certain tools, certain amulets, certain potions, certain things, how has that since you started? Because the thing that I want y'all to understand about this, you can't see the benefit of your investment if you're not telling the truth on yourself. You're not calculating how things have become more refined since you have received. Like somebody, I had a young lady, we talked after my live last night, and she was thanking me for doing the spiritual work for her, because I do a lot of honest reading. Her and her lover, this girl was giving, and I told her, I said, listen, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put you in front of Oshun. And when I work with love spirits, I'm more concerned, when I work for a client, I want to know from them what's best for that individual. Even though a lot of times people want what they want, but my goal is to evolve this individual. So I put them in front of Oshun. Well, I realized there wasn't love in the relationship. So I'm asking Oshun to put love in their life. That would be no different if I was working with Mona Chael, a love, and please don't call this being's name, because this is a major spirit. A lot of times y'all summoning spirits when you just trying to get your freak on. You don't need to be messing with Oshun and any other higher deity if you're not trying to be in a actual relationship. You understand? If you trying to get your freak on, those are not the deities and spirits and forces to be working with, because those workings are gonna set in and actually cause you problem because you ain't sincere. Anyway, so she was basically thinking to me about how the change is coming in her life, and how somebody else came in and is actually validating her, and she ain't got to put all that extra energy in their relationship because this person wants some of the similar things that they want. But Oshun, because of their level of trust in me, Oshun is going to make life a lot better for her and give her options. You understand? Because the abundance comes in when you deal with somebody that is crowned Mafedi Fun Oya, but then Oshun is my mother, as well as Yemiya is my second mother. So energy, how is this strengthening my manifestation? Now, you as a grown man or grown woman need to understand, don't just be getting things. You're like in a natural going getting gym material, gym tools, and you're not going to work out with it. And now you can't determine, have you gotten stronger from working out, or have you gotten weaker? Because if you work out incorrectly, you can actually damage yourself and become weaker than you started the process. So trying to learn and trying to do stuff on your own, and then trying to learn up under other people that you don't have a relationship with, and they don't have a vested interest in you doing things correctly to strengthen whether it is your psychic abilities. And that's another thing. Now, those that on my live know me since I was in my 20s. I've always been able to see, and I've always been able to read very well. But I can honestly say, I can confirm to you that my ability to read. Just say, I'm gonna use an example. If I was on the scale of from 1 to 10, and I was on a 5, I would say that I am an 8 at this point. Some of y'all that got read it from me, y'all know I'm above a 5. But I'm just saying, if I was a 5, Ayao has me at an 8. The clarity of her flowing and working with my spirits and my egoons. And let me tell y'all another thing. The level of protection that she's afforded me, I have noticed since receiving her, without doing spell work, without doing conjure, without doing prayer work, without speaking or thinking. It's the level of her presence and her assignment and her energy, what she brings. And this is why a lot of these people are so threatened by me, because I'm a warrior by nature. Like I got some stuff out here. What I'm waiting on some of y'all to get financially able to afford for me to do my real work, my primordial work. That's why I want some of y'all. So you can be on here testifying about some of y'all. The biggest thing you have ever done with me is graveyard work. It's way deeper than that. But that's all some of you can afford, and that's good. Stay where you're at until you're able to do better. But my point is, your testimonies get greater as you become strengthened. It's just like somebody working out and all of a sudden they were able to do 200 pounds, now they're able to do 250, now they're able to do 300, and over a period of time they're able to do 515. You do not want to jump out here and just get up under the weight, spiritual weight and pressure, and you have not worked out, stressed out your gifts, your talents, and your ability. Not knowing who you are is not good. Not understanding your gifts, abilities, and how other things are affecting them. Now, I had a go because I'm preparing for something. So I had to feed my Oya, and I had to feed my, I talked to my Padrino. I needed to know what foods and things that I needed to give them in order to feed them. So he had told me, but one of the things that I'm working with Oya and Ayao is blackberry. Blackberry. So I offer 9 of these to each Orisha for said purpose. I ain't gonna tell you what my purpose is. But blackberries are used for protection. See it is used for abundance. It is used for nourishing. It is used for soothing. It is ruled by Scorpio. The planet is Venus. It is a water element, and it's a feminine energy quite naturally. It gets rid of evil spirits. So this is a protection spell with destruction work attached to it. I'll say that much. So because Oya is a warrior, Oya's sister is a warrior, and I'm by birthright am a warrior. So with my skill set being increased, that means, and I'm saying this out of wisdom to many of you all, the stronger you get, your threat level rises. When people are threatened by you, they are more prone to try to take you out. Let me say it again. As you rise and you strengthen, whether it's financially, mentally, emotionally, economically, socially, spiritually, it don't matter. The threat level of you being able to impose your will or impose your energy, impose your ideas on this earth plane, people don't like that. And because I am not a sold out person, I'm not bought by religion, I'm not bought by a particular sponsor, I'm not beheld to any particular cause. I have more of a freedom to practice my spirituality the way that I do. The threat level rises. What I want y'all to understand, it ain't nothing wrong with doing better. Ain't nothing wrong with increasing. But I need you to understand that means you need to give more protection and put more protection out there because of that threat level. Okay? Pastor Ainford, listen. One thing, I got my own, I got loved one. You can't just be out here strengthening yourself through conjure and not realizing that your light is shining and other people see you as a threat. That's why one of the things that I'm working with is this blackberry. Blackberry mixed with my blackthorn. It's a lot. I'm working with a lot of black stuff right now because Oya rules the air, and air is about atmosphere. So when you're working with an entity and you're working with a spirit, you need to know what they have jurisdiction over. Some of y'all out here calling spirits that do not have jurisdictions over the area of your life that you need help in. If that Egun, if that entity, if that Loa does not have jurisdiction or have energy over that, then they cannot influence that for you. You have to understand why it is important, if you do not have these things, to get that assistance from other spiritual practitioners. In order for you to stop running and trying to fix things yourself, if you don't have the strength to protect yourself from an attack, just like Ukraine, they had the heart, but they did not have the strength, they did not have the economics, and they did not have the weaponry to defend themselves, so they needed outside support. Are you smart enough? Are you wise enough to understand when you need outside assistance, weaponry, or funding? Are you going to get out here on my day of power and not get help? Now, when I was putting all those things out there, I knew them people were going to go get help. They already knew they could not stand up against me alone. See, some of you guys think that it's going to be a fair fight, and that's ignorant. Though the Bible said, though a host encamped itself round about me, I'ma still come out on top. See, I came from a foundation. So let Apostle talk to you as a grown man. I have been up against, my family was heavily in the illegalities, to say the very least. So when the federal government came against my family, I was freshly 18. So I had to grow very fast, dealing with federal judges, dealing with the federal laws, and it took me a long time because of the level of charges, the level of weight. The reason I'm bringing that up as a forepoint, don't compare your magic to somebody that has been lifting certain amount of weight all their life. You have not come up against the type of conjurers I had to come up against. You have not had to defend yourself against people that had economics, they had money to fight you, to protect themselves as long as they could. You have not had to be able to maintain your lifestyle up under a full war. Somebody throwing at you is not a war. Somebody sprinkling some dust is not a war. I'm talking about when they have their own armor, they got their own pots, they got their own eguns, they got their own spiritual practices, they have their own resources. That's a war. A lot of this stuff that the people out here call, that ain't no war, baby. Y'all catfighting. You're not going to disrespect real warfare with that stuff you call. No, that's not warfare. He's just a cheater, baby. That's not, you're not in war for your household. He was a cheater when you married him. That's how you got it. Okay? That's not a war. Y'all doing a little skirmish. Okay? The word strengthen means to make or to become stronger. How do I make my magic stronger? How do I become stronger? You have to get around. You have to get around eguns. You have to be around strong people. Iron sharpens iron. This is what I want to say to you. This is what I loved about Minister Mario, son of Ochosi. In order for me to prepare him for what he was up against, I had to be hard on him. I had to challenge his mind. I had to challenge his experience. I had to challenge his fears to get him into a place where he would feel confidence, whether I was there or not. Because a lot of his confidence in the beginning had a lot to do with who I was and what I believe God for. What I do understand, that I'm fit to offend some of y'all. Minister Mario never went to his loved ones and complain to them about what I was doing with him in his training. A lot of you guys say you want to be spiritually trained, but then you're going to go home and bitch about what you're going through and what is being asked of you and what is how they are choosing to train you. Nobody got time to train you for a war or train you for a life, and then you are going to complain about the training. That's the person, and I laughed, I don't know if y'all know this comedian, what's her name, Luna? Dang, I just slipped my mind. But she wanted to lose some weight, right? So she hired this guy. She said he was sexy, he was fine and all that. And so she went in the gym. First day she's doing what he telling her to do because she actually physically attracted to the man. And so the man working her out. She said by the third day she called him the devil. She said because she was hurting all over her body. You cannot say that you're trying to learn how to strengthen, to elevate, to get to a place where your prayers are availing much, where your word, what you speak out your mouth is coming to pass and it's not falling to the ground. That your protection that you're placing around yourself, your home, your loved one is strong enough to ward off certain types of weather storms, certain types of attack. This is the kind of stuff. Linnell, thank you so much, baby. Thank you, Shamari. Linnell. And so you've been watching it like I've been watching. I love her. And so Linnell was talking about how this man was working her out. But a lot of y'all don't have the economics, number one. Number two, you don't have the mental and emotional discipline to take the stringent regimens that are necessary to strengthen your arche. Especially if you're coming from a lower vibrational energy. If you have not developed the water element, if you have not developed the fire element, if you have not developed the earth element, if you have not developed and you're not willing to spend the money or the resource to get even the material, to get the tools, no less than doing the workout. Some of y'all ain't even willing to buy the tools. I can come on here and tell you that I spent what I spent, but I'm seeing the results. But I had to first spend the money. Before I can get the workout, I got to first spend the money. Some of y'all asking for certain things to experience certain things when you won't even pay for the tool. You can't even say whether to work or don't work because you ain't came up with the money to get the tool. Linnell was so funny. I mean, she went from attracting to actually hating the man because of all the pain that her body was experiencing. I remember my mom having to go to the chiropractor because she had been in an accident. And so she went in there and they did a massage on her. And she said the next day that they told her that she said she was hurting all over her body. She said, I ain't never going back. So she didn't go back, to be honest with you. She said, I'd rather deal with the pain. And she said, them people hurt me so bad. In order to be strengthening your physical muscles, it's no different to strengthen your spiritual muscle, especially when you do not exercise your senses. Hey, Apostle, send a cash out for mental clarity and God. Got you, Prince. I didn't even see that. Actually, I ain't even opened my the iPad. Hold on. I got you. I got thank you so much, y'all. Y'all on my day of power. Some of y'all is catching on. Some of y'all gonna just when Thursday comes, you just gonna send me an offering because you know. Okay, got you Karen O'Brien. Protection. I'm gonna write this down. And I love what Keisha had told me. You can tell that I'm being strengthened. You can tell by my lives. You can tell by my preaching and teaching that there's a change coming. And that's why this stuff is important. You're not just doing this stuff for nothing, Karen. O'Brien, protection, and money. On Money Day. And though, let me tell y'all something. Just because you may not have it today, it don't matter when you sing. When you are tapping into that energy and the way that I pray prayers like God bless those that bless me, that's how I use my energy. So when people, no matter what time of day or night, you can wake up after getting you some head and send me a cash offer. I take it. Huh? You can wake up after getting your groceries ate completely out. Make sure you walk the counter though. And say, you know what, I'm gonna bless Pastor Ely. My mama said, don't turn down nothing but your collar. And I don't have a collar on, so I ain't turning down nothing on today. Mental clarity and guardian. So when you guys, what's up there? Y'all don't forget to hit that like button. The purpose of learning up under a teacher is that even when you get into certain spaces, you don't have to make unnecessary mistakes because you got to inquire of a leader. And let me tell you something, when you are paying, when you, just like in the natural school, when you don't pay for your class and then you don't pay for your books, it puts you in a position to go to the teacher. But if you go to the teacher and you ain't went and got your books, they're not going to take you serious. Getting your material causes your spiritual tata, your mumbo, your hugon, your thing. When people out there are purchasing my material and my products, I take them more serious. When they're purchasing my service, I take them more serious than somebody just asking me questions. Like, I don't care who they are. I don't care if they're Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lakuma. It is easy to look at you and take what you're asking me to do for you more seriously when you're investing. A teacher is not going to take you seriously that it is almost 3 weeks into the class and you still don't have your books. And you want to convince them that you are serious about the class. They're not going to take you serious. Right now, I got an intermediate class. I only have 2 people that have signed up for that class. But so many people acting like here, like spirits are dinner. I want some of y'all to take my intermediate class to show you how deep you not. That's why I believe some of y'all are afraid to take my intermediate class, because you out here doing service and work, and I can teach stuff in my intermediate class will blow your mind. In my intermediate class, so I had Sister Monique said even the stuff that I was teaching in my beginner class was above stuff that people claim out here actually doing work for people that they don't even know. I've been doing this on a high level since I was a child. Everybody that taught me was already running business and doing work against other practitioners. That's the type of foundation. And when you want me to teach you like somebody else on this social media, you cannot ask me to make you great. If you want to become great, you want me to strengthen you in your particular hoodoo, your OB, or whatever it is that you do, then you're going to have to get up under the tutelage, and you're going to have to invest. So therefore, it is worth it to me to take out my time after being, we want a contract at UPS. You want me to come off my job or come out and I got the type of responsibility that I got to teach you as an individual, baby. I promise you that was not a beginner's class. It was more advanced. Wait till you get into my intermediate class. My advanced class, oh my God. It's all I teach primordial magic in my advanced class. Primordial energy. I teach in my intermediate class how, if you have gotten past the foundation, now I teach you how to tap into other things to bring things into fruition in your particular energy and frequency. Now, if you ain't tapped into that, then you're going to struggle. If you don't got a foundation, then you're going to struggle in my intermediate class. You can't fake moves with me. I've been doing this all my life. I'm 50, about to be 51. But some of y'all need to get into my advanced class so you can get real. And then if you get in my intermediate class, then you're going to be able to look at these other people and some of these other people. That's why they mad. But listen, I got to be great. I'm a Sagittarius. I cannot be out here minimizing my divine light and my primordial power and to make you feel comfortable out here on social media land. No, I got to get with the come on. You understand? I got to get these people to understand that these Orishas, they really work. These Loas, they really work. These Impungos, they really work. The ancestors really work. It really manifests. But you got to make the sacrifices so you can get the experience. See, let me tell y'all something. Me and my son were talking about that. You cannot miss what you did not have, huh? See, if you ain't never had this good loving, all you can honestly say is good talk. But those that done had this razzle dazzle in their guts, they understand. Yes, he talking a lot of trash, but he turned my insides into spaghetti, and that's a good thing. You understand? It's called angel. When you are growing, hold on. I am pretty sure after the intermediate class, can't nobody tell me nothing. They can't tell Monique nothing now. I'm talking about after the intermediate class. Protection incense. Because I got to get on the road, y'all. Protection and money. The things that a spiritual, somebody about that life got to do to get stuff done, that's what y'all don't understand. A lot of times y'all don't see behind the scenes, and you think it's just by getting on social media and doing a lot of jaw jacking. Manifestation got to come. Like the dudes, like my kids done seen so much that it's easy. I'm gonna say it like that. With my biological children, it is easy to disappoint them when it comes to spirituality and lifestyle. It's easy because they have seen, just like with me, I have seen this stuff. I don't like these words stuff. I have seen these spiritual and these sacred techniques manifest some awesome stuff. So therefore, it takes a lot to impress me, and I personally am impressed with Ayao. And then we got mental clarity for D Prince. If you have not gone to my website and blessed my website, and you got a business, do yourself a favor, go bless my website so the angel that guards my website can bless you. Bless your business. Oh, I got this on backwards. When you doing conjure and you being strengthened, it is supposed to. I bought these. I have the blackberry liquor, and I had found these at. I had went to Nelson's. It's a fruit stand that's popular, and they do everything from scratch. They didn't even have the blackberry, but I found them at Publix in Port St. Lucie. So I was able to actually get the blackberries and offer them to my Orishas. But this is the stuff that I'm telling you. Like, this is the stuff that's strengthened. See, I'm not sick. I'm not financially broke. I'm not mentally decrepit. I am not sexually impotent. I am not jobless. I'm not homeless. I'm not carless. I'm not senseless. So therefore, all the ache that I am receiving through these ceremonies are only strengthening what I already have. So therefore, I'm experiencing. Look at even my tongue, me speaking in tongue is even being strengthened. It edifies. It builds up. What's up, Oshun? New to the channel. This is my first video watch. Was strolling and stumbled upon you. What is today's subject? I am talking about Ayao. And thank you, Mafedi Fun Oshun. I am talking about how to be strengthened, whether in any of the ATRs, and why it is so important that if you receive a Orisha, if you receive a talisman, if you receive someone's potion or somebody's anything that you've gotten from a spiritual person of your particular practice, understanding how it affects and strengthens your ache. Because the purpose of being strengthened is being able to do more than what you are able to do. The purpose of getting triple strength, just say I got triple strength protection work. That means that I should be in a place now to protect myself in a greater way. Anything that you are working with, or whomever you are working with, if you are working, and any ingredients that you add to your particular spell or your conjure or your manifestation, it should put you in a position where it should be stronger. If you are doing money work and before last week you were only being able to top out at 12 sales, by you doing a ritual or a conjure, it should at least jump up to 14 to 8. It should be able to pay for itself, whatever energy, resources you place in there. I don't understand how some of you guys get into the ATRs and don't realize you're no smarter than you was when you started. I don't know how you get into the ATRs and realize that you're no more healthier than you started. You're no more wiser than you started. The purpose of being strengthened is to be more or become more than what you were. In order to go into a physical gym, after working out with my trainer, my Tata, my Mambo, my Hugon, my Padrino, I should be stronger and be able to lift more weight than I was able. I should be able to deal with more pressure than I was able. You should be able to go through your same trial, the same 4 seasons, the same January, the February, the March, the April, and be able to subdue and not be affected by the stress or the tomfoolery, I like to call it, then you are able. But if you're doing cleansing bath and things are sticking to you, or you're doing purification work and things are still something is wrong. I'm just saying, I don't care what you practice. Sir and ma'am, do not leave your common sense. If I'm going to make more money, it should put me in a stronger position financially. If I'm going to invest in Ifa, Santeria, Lakumi, it should put me in a stronger position with the Orishas, not a weaker position. If I'm going to do voodoo, it should put me in a stronger position with the Loas, not a weaker. If I'm going to do hoodoo, it should put me in a stronger position. If I'm going to work with Mother Earth, it should put me in a stronger position, not a weaker. And once you get strong, once you get strength, let me say this in my closing. I got to get on the road. Once you become strong in the Lord, in the power of his or her might, now you must say to yourself, where do I need to apply this strength to make my life better? What's the purpose of you becoming stronger financially and you're still going to operate as a fool? What is the purpose of becoming stronger and you're going to still be petty and start petty wars with all of that strength? What is the purpose of gaining more knowledge and wisdom and indulge in stupid conversations? You understand? If you're going to become stronger in whatever aspect of self, then it should move you to a different location where the strong are now becoming a light to guide the weak. They say, let the strong bear the infirmities of the weak. What is the purpose you being strong in the ATR and you cannot bear the weakness of other people? What is your purpose? Why am I receiving these orishas and I cannot shoulder my brothers and sisters through their trials? Makes no sense. So you becoming rich doesn't do us any good. You becoming smarter does us any good. Does us no good. You becoming more protected does us no good because you're not trying to cover anybody. So it does us no good. So if you're going to be out here servicing people, and you should know how to strengthen yourself, number one, and you should know how to strengthen them in whatever particular practice that you are in. So that's what we're talking about today. That's what I'm trying to encourage my brothers and sisters that are along this journey with me. Why we do what we do, why it is important to be strengthened and know what to do once you get that strength. Once you add, oh, Miss Lady, if you see this, I did burn your stock gossip last night. I saw you had sent your $20. And let me tell y'all something. Don't let nobody tell you that all your trainer want is money. Because it costs to strengthen. It costs to change the trajectory of your ancestry, to elevate your ancestors. It costs for you to be initiated by other training and skill. In my case, Santeros, Padrinos, and Obas. These people are not going to stop their daily living to tend to your business for free. That's not what we do. That's not what anybody should do. But make sure that if you're going to be strengthened in these ATR, whatever that particular tradition is, that not only do you understand what strengthens you, but respect the trainer. And do not go out here and blast them because you are going through things, because you're going to go through things to be strengthened. Your ignorance must be challenged to gain knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. How you sow, how you work with money must be challenged in order for you to walk in abundance. You cannot continue to sow sparingly and think you're going to walk in abundance. You must change the trajectory of your actions. If you want to expand with my Jupiterian energy, Jupiter creates more of what you got. All right. Thank you so much. I will be leaving. I'll let my saints know when I actually get on the road. And I thank you guys for your support. Don't forget to hit that like button. It doesn't. At the end of the day, I am excited about what is taking place and what I have experienced after not only being crowned, but also what I have experienced after receiving. And when I tell you, ask my adversaries, my magic is hitting stronger, and I was already strong. I honor and I thank God for each and every one of you guys, and thank you so much for your support, your love, and how you guys are following me in this spiritual journey. And once again, I don't want to be perceived as somebody. I can't give you $5. Give $5 then. I don't care if you give a penny. But there's other people that give way more than that. But I appreciate it, whatever you do. Don't bother me. My grandma said, I remember, and I know you think you're being funny, but let me say this. I was in front of my grandmother's store. I was raised up with my family owning business, so if you don't know who you're dealing with. So one day I was about to step over a penny, and my grandma popped me, and she said, MF, she talked very colorful. No, I'm not mad. If you saw what I generate, I'm a UPS driver going on 29 years. It's impossible for me to be mad. I just cashed out my son my paycheck. So to send me, not to go to him, but anyway. So I was about to step over the penny, and she said, MF, penny make dollars. So whatever I get, whatever I know how to utilize energy. That's why the same concept that I learned how to manage money is I also learned how to manage energy. And if you're not a good steward over natural things, you're not going to be a good steward over spiritual things. And so therefore, when people don't know how to build, somebody will look at a penny as being insignificant. I wouldn't look at a $5 being insignificant because when I put that that $5 with that 5,000, I got $5,000 and $5. Don't bother me. If it'll go through the ATM machine, if sometimes when I got deposited can't go through the ATM machine, I go right into the bank. That's all. I got on my YouTube page, you send me $1. You could cash out me $1. I promise you I'll put it in there. I ain't seen not one bank say no because you deposited $1, it'll take it. Understand, it's the little things. Much love to each and everyone. Don't forget to not only like this video, but also comment and help your brothers and sisters be informed out here. All right? God bless y'all.